Thar Desert, we have another major relief division. It is located on the leeward side of the Aravallis. Here we have studied it is a arid climate with scanty rainfall, that is 100 to 150 millimeters of rainfall. Then here we find sand dunes and sandy plains. As the rainfall is very less, the vegetation also very low. During rainy season, we see some streams forming there. Immediately after that, rainy season disappears. The only river which is present in Thar Desert is Loni, which is called internal drainage because it does not join Arabian Sea. It flows, it starts somewhere and ends somewhere in desert. So that it is called internal drainage river. Understand? And one important canal is taken to the Thar Desert, that is Indra Gandhi Canal. This is the longest canal with 650 kilometers. How many? 650 kilometers. It starts at Punjab. Understand? Through this Indira Gandhi Canal, the cultivation is taking place in a desert. The location of the Indira Gandhi Canal here. When it is asked to you in map point out Indira Gandhi Canal, you should draw this line as it is. This is Indira Gandhi Canal. Understand? So with this canal, there is a cultivation in a Thar Desert. Okay. This is the Thar Desert. What do we see? Sand dunes. Okay. Sand dunes. Next, another relief division, that is coastal plains. We have coastal plains at west and east of the peninsular plateau. These coastal plains are also called with another name. West coastal plains are near to the Arabian Sea. Which sea? Arabian Sea. So that these are also called Arabian plains. And eastern coastal plains, these are near to the Bay of Bengal. So that these are called Bay of Bengal plains. Bay of Bengal plains. Western coastal plains are narrow. These are narrow. Okay. Eastern coastal plains are broader than the what you call western coastal plains. Look at here. These western coastal plains starts at Ran of Kutch, which is in Gujarat. Where? Ran of Kutch. Okay. This is at Gujarat. Here it is there, Ran of Kutch in Gujarat. There it starts. which western coastal plains. Okay, and these western coastal plains extends up to the Kanyakumari at the south. What is there here? Kanyakumari at south. Understand? Here we have Kanyakumari. 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 In the south. Okay. So, western coastal plains are stretching at the west side and from Rann of Kutch, from Rann of Kutch to Kanyakumari. Eastern coastal plains, they start at Mahanadi in Odisha. Here we find Mahanadi. What is it? Mahanadi in Orissa here. And up to the Kanyakumari. Eastern coastal plains starts at Mahanadi and touches the Kanyakumari. Okay. Western coastal plain starts at Rann of Kutch and it too touches the water Kanyakumari. Right? These western coastal plains are called with different names in different states. Okay. What is that? In Maharashtra and Goa, these are called Konkan coast. In Karnataka, these are called Canara coast. In Kerala, these are called Malabar coast. These western coastal plains are broken by the Western Ghats. We have studied Western Ghats are continuous ranges, right? So they break the water Western coastal plains. Let me show you these plains on the map of India. Instead, look at here. This is peninsular plateau. Understand? What do we see here? Konkan coast, this one in Goa and what is that? Maharashtra. Canara coast in Karnataka, this one. And moving towards south, that is Malabar coast. Let me show you this one, Malabar coast. Okay, in Kerala, these are called Malabar coast. This is in Kerala. Where it is? Kerala. Okay, and this is in Karnataka. Where? Karnataka. Understand? Konkan coast in Maharashtra, right? Similarly, eastern coastal plains also called with different names. In Odisha, these are called Utkal coast. Which one? Utkal coast. And in Andhra Pradesh, these are called Sarkar coast. Which coast? Sarkar coast. Moving to the south in Tamil Nadu, these are called Coromandel coast. So it is the names given to the what to call eastern coastal plains. So these coastal plains formed by river Godavari, River Krishna, River Kaveri. Which one? River Godavari, River Krishna, Kaveri, and Mahanadi. Look at here. This is River Godavari instead, and River Krishna. Okay, Mahanadi in Odisha, and moving further down, that is to south, we find here Kaveri. So these rivers are the reasons for the formation of eastern coastal plains. Okay, in the eastern coastal plains, we find some lakes instead. Between Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu here, we find Pulicot Lake. Which lake? Pulicot Lake instead. Where do we find? Between Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. At the boundaries of Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh, we find Pulicot Lake instead. And between river Godavari and Krishna, here we find one more lake. Okay, that is a freshwater lake. We call it Kolleru. Which lake? Kolleru Lake. It is a freshwater lake. Pulicot is saltwater lake. Another lake also present in the eastern coastal plains, that is in Odisha. Okay, here instead. In Odisha, we see one more lake that is Chilka, which is Chilka Lake. So these are the lakes we find in eastern coastal plains. Whereas in the western coastal plains, there are no lakes. There are no lakes instead. So here it is broader. Once you observe here, the eastern coastal plains, okay, I am showing its area, how it is. So eastern coastal plains are broader than the what you call western coastal plains instead. The last major relief division, it is what? Islands. There are two group of islands in our India. Okay, two group of islands are there. This is one picture of island. Okay, those are Andaman Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep Islands. Look at here. This is our Indian coastal area, and it is Sri Lanka. In Bay of Bengal, we find Andaman Nicobar Islands. Andaman Nicobar Islands are further divided into two group of islands. One is Andaman group, another one is Nicobar group. Okay, these are in a Bay of Bengal. Where it is? Bay of Bengal instead. Actually, these what to call Andaman Nicobar Islands are elevated portion of the Arkan Look at here. These are Arkan ranges. Arkan Yoma ranges. These are okay. So it's another part of ranges we find as Andaman Nicobar Islands. Okay, in Bay of Bengal. Let me show you. These are Andaman Nicobar Islands. Okay, so these are part of Arkan ranges. Then Andaman Nicobar Islands are volcanic in nature. Volcanic in nature. In these islands, we find two important volcanic islands. One is what to call Narcondam and Barren. Look at here. This is Narcondam and Barren. These are the what volcanic islands in Andaman Nicobar group of islands. Instead, these are extended in Bay of Bengal. Look at here. Its capital is Port Blair. Okay. In map pointing, you will find a question that point out the location of Narcondam and Barren. Then you should point out this one, Barren Narcondam. Okay. Sometimes in map point it is also asked point out the Great Nicobar. Okay, yes, this one, Great Nicobar. To the south of the Great Nicobar, there is Indra Point. Indra Point instead. So Andaman Nicobar Islands are two group of islands. Next, we see Lakshadweep Islands, which are coral in origin. Next, Lakshadweep Islands are in Arabian Sea, so that these are in total area of 32 square kilometers. These are coral in origin. Which coral in origin. What do you mean by coral? Right? It is the skeletons of sea organisms. Okay. Skeletons of sea organisms formed into islands. Okay. So that is called coral reef. Lakshadweep Islands are coral reef. Reef in the sense like a chain. They too extended in Arabian Sea in a range. Okay, these are formed by the skeletons of the sea organisms, sea animals. So that it is called coral origin. Here we find variety of flora and fauna. That means different kinds of animals and plants we find in Lakshadweep group of islands. Okay, so this is the location of the Lakshadweep islands. Okay, see, this is a coral reef. How it is? Okay, it is a part of the Lakshadweep islands. Instead, coral in origin. See, it appears red and pink in color. Okay, it's a coral islands. And this is one island in a Lakshadweep group of islands. Indra Point. Indra Point is the southern tip of India. Southern tip of India. Just now we discussed here. It is a Great Nicobar. Yeah. The south of Great Nicobar, there is a small dot that is Indra Point. Let me zoom out this one. Okay. Now I am showing. Okay. Right. This is the what? Indra Point here. Okay. What is this? Great Nicobar. Okay. So Indra Point is the southern tip of India. Kanyakumari is the southern tip of a peninsular plateau. Okay. So this Indra Point submerged in 2004 tsunami. Okay, up to 2004 it appeared. By 2004 there a tsunami occurred, and in that it submerged into the water. Actually, Indra Point is called Pygmalion Island. Pygmalion Island. Let me write here. Pygmalion Island. To honor the service of Indira Gandhi, she contributed to the India very much. So, to respect and honor Indira Gandhi, her name is given to this Pygmalion Island. Then it become Indira Point. Understand? So, Indira Point is submerged in 2004 tsunami. That is the southern tip of India. Southern tip of India. Okay. Southern tip of the peninsular plateau is what? Kanyakumari. Which one? Kanyakumari. Okay.